Hey everyone, it's Jeff from MCS Mag, and today I play Tactical Marriage Counselor. So if you're married or if you have a significant other, you might want to check this one out. Hey everyone, it's Jeff Anderson, editor for Modern Combat Survival Magazine, and in this special video podcast, it comes as a result of a survey that we did with all of our subscribers and our members last week about what was the number one thing that you were looking for to become better prepared, and then also what was the number one challenge that you had that was holding you back from being more tactically prepared. And it was the challenges that really, some really interesting comments there. And what was surprising to me was that one of the number one comments was that it was your spouse that was holding you back from being more tactical and being more prepared. Now, I know that wasn't because they're exactly like holding you back, but just that they don't share the same survival mindset that you do, the same tactical mindset. And so this brought up some interesting things that I wanted to share with you related to this. So because I'm in the same boat as many of you out there. My wife does not follow the same path that I do. She does not want to consider the survival threats that are out there. She doesn't want to think about how she could be a victim of crime. She is okay with having guns in the house and me carrying, but she does not want to use a gun herself. She will train with it, but you can tell that there's like this level of, I don't want anything to do with this. So I know a lot of you are probably having the same experience, right? Your spouse, whether it's your wife or whether it's a woman, your husband or whatever, that you're having that same issue where they don't follow that same mindset you do. And that can be really frustrating, right? It's because you want to feel this kinship, obviously, with the person who's most important in your life. And you want to do this together, but they just don't get it, right? So let me give you some tips on this, all right? So number one, in my putting on my marriage counselor hat and knowing from experience, is don't try to convert them. Okay, so listen, if you've already tried and you haven't done it by now, you're not going to. Okay, and all it's going to do is it's going to give this impression that you really aren't of the same mindset, and you don't want to drive that wedge in any sort of a marriage. It shouldn't be an obstacle within a marriage. It should be something that is just taken care of and is something that she'll know that you do it, but you don't have to keep it front and center. You don't have to do the I told you so's or whatever every time that you see a tornado on television. There was something that made you take on this lifestyle, whether it was a home invasion got you nearby, got you to carry. It was a friend of yours that was held up, or maybe it was a disaster that a friend had gone through, or something like that. But something got you into that lifestyle. Well, it could be the same for your spouse. Something might happen. A friend might get attacked, and a disaster might hit close by. Something that will bring them to you, which, trust me, when you're married, it's always better if it's their idea, right? Okay, so one, don't try and convert them. This is your path, and you need to take it on. So number two is, just because it's not their path and it is your path, you need to be the sheepdog, right? It's your job to protect you and your family. And so as you are finding out more about what you can do, all the training that you do, the supplies that you put together, the firearms that you carry, whatever it is, that's your role as a sheepdog. You don't even need them. I mean, the sheep don't think that they need a sheepdog, right? They're not thinking about a sheepdog, but there's a sheepdog there that if a wolf comes by, the sheep are going to get attacked, right? It's the sheepdog's role to be able to protect them as much as possible. So that you have to do, which means that you need to maintain and continue to grow your skill set. It's not enough just to own a gun. You have to train with your weapon, right? You have to train tactically with your weapon, not just go down to the range and get a nice little tight shot group there, but you have to train for the threats that you are going to face. It's not a matter of knowing that you could have a flood in your area or something like that. You need to be able to have all the supplies and everything set aside. Your spouse doesn't even need to know about those things. My spouse doesn't know about a lot of the things that I've done to protect her, and I know she has that sense of security. She just knows that I'm there to protect her. That's all I need as a sheepdog, okay? So tip number three is that This is something that is very personal to you, but it's also something that you need to feel like there is a connection with somebody. Obviously, it'd be great if it were your spouse, but you need to network with people who are of like mind with you. Okay, now that doesn't mean you go out and you start bragging to all of your coworkers about your arsenal of weapons and all the survival food you have stocked away inside of your bunker. What it does mean, though, is that you need to find a safe place where you can network, you can share ideas with other people. You need a community of like-minded people that feel and think and train the same way that you do. Now, we talk about survival teams all the time. It's a little bit more involved, but being able to be part of a community that's safe, a safe, practical community, is sometimes kind of hard to find, right? Like if you get on a blog and you start voicing your comments, or you go to a forum or something, it's real easy for people to just start slamming you. Don't even think about YouTube, right? I mean, this video is going to be on YouTube, and I guarantee you there's going to be a 13-year-old mindset that's going to get under there in the comments, and they're going to be spouting off all kinds of crap. So that's not the kind of community that I'm talking about. What you need is a safe community, whether it's locally or whether there's an online community, something like that, where you can reach out, you can network with other people who feel the same way you do, and there'll be a sense of connection for you. There'll be a sense of support for you. There'll be additional tips that you can get to be able to become better prepared, or to be able to train more tactically, or be a better shooter, whatever it is that your goal is. Plus, you're also able to share those ideas, because we all have this thing inside of us where we also want to share our own perspective, our own training, and our own experience. That not only helps others, but it helps us as well, because it helps you to kind of get your ideas out. You can work with them, you can refine them, you can learn from them yourself, but that's extremely important, okay? So, take it from the doctor here. Go ahead and take those three points to heart and put them into action. Find those things, take them inside, and make them part of you, okay? Until our next Modern Combat Survival broadcast, this is Jeff Anderson saying train hard, stay safe, prepare now.